Welcome. The final act in this drama would not be complete without you two here as audience.
You better believe it! We're the ones who've been doing all the work! What exactly have you been doing all this time?
You did nothing, lady.
Well, naturally, I used the time to immerse myself completely in Legend of the Shattered Halberd. I managed to finish the book off, and I enjoyed every minute of it. Divine Halberd, an ominous sword. Mir and Wei Yang. The way the story develops across the first 5 volumes, nothing short of exemplary. But the 6th volume? Words fail me. How blessed we are to have such an author grace our world with such works.
And this is related to Gentry Moutsai. How?
It's not. But when something surpasses expectations to such a degree, one must show one's appreciation.
You saw how everything would play out, huh?
And it is thanks to your help that everything will play out just as I had foreseen.
Why does Paimon have to be the only one who doesn't get what's going on?
'Cause you're slow.
Fair. So go on then, tell me, what are we doing here? And what's this big dramatic showdown thing that's supposed to happen?
Think about it. Gentry Moutsai goes searching for core lapis all over Liyue Harbor, and he doesn't find a single piece. He panics. Without the goods, he can't fulfill his contract. And if he can't fulfill his contract, he can't stay in good standing with the Fatui. The disbelief. Gentry Moutsai is a hugely powerful figure in the business world. Never has anyone dared to target him like this. So regardless of whether it is revenge or a swift resolution that he seeks, he is certain to...
So it was you! You were the one sticking your necks out for Chang the Ninth!
Speak of the devil.
I went everywhere trying to find someone selling core lapis before I realized the Feiyun Commerce Guild had been on an acquisition spree. Core lapis is hardly a rare mineral, and yet suddenly the stocks dry up, just like that. Explain yourselves. What is the meaning of this persecution?
Well, you might.
We are not
just
persecuting
business.
you, but protecting another. One to whom I am indebted. Upon witnessing an injustice, it is a perfectly normal response to rush to the aid of he who has been wronged.
Facts.
Was it not one of your own men who said, "This isn't over"?
You clearly don't know what's good for you. I won't beat around the bush. Master, if you please, seize their core lapis.
So it's a fight you want? It's a fight you'll get.
Open!
Time to act. No, my sword! Body and mind.
Because I have no idea who gave you a crossbow, who gave you throwing knives, and who gave you the audacity to try and attack me. Like, you're tripping.
The hunter.
Exactly.
Rain outlines your fate.
Now, who is next? Oh, Big Boy is next. Because I definitely hit you first, put aside.
Rain outlines your fate.
Yeah, you're wet now, right? Moist. Moist army on deck, yes.
Can't run from death.
You died quick, actually, jeez.
Impressive. You are no commoners. To continue this fight would be to incur greater losses than I can accept.
Their
Indeed.
strength is almost spent. Finish them off. The core lapis is almost within our grasp.
His strength, not ours. Just one
Might
dude.
I remind you that the Fatui's relationship with you extends to business matters only. I did not lend you my men to have them stir up trouble at your beck and call.
What are you saying? Master, everything I did with only one thing in mind. To complete the order.
Then figure it out by yourself.
Don't go. Wait. Master, wait!
My lord, what are you doing here? Are you hurt?
Thanks to this valiant young man, I am unscathed.
My lord?
You? You are the heir of the Feiyun Commerce Guild?
Indeed, my liege. I am Xingqiu, disciple of the Guhua clan and second son of the Feiyun Commerce Guild manager, and I make no secret of it.
Indeed.
Rats. I've been played like a fiddle.
You're just an idiot.
Gentry Moutsai. Coercion and intimidation are hardly the attributes of a respectable businessman. The problems that your business practices have created, I have sought to resolve through mine. I shudder to think what the Fatui will do with you if you fail to provide their core lapis.
You meddling swine. Well, go on. Tell me, what will you sell it for?
Since you asked Chang the Ninth for a discount of 70%, let's fight fire with fire, shall we?
90%.
3 times the market rate sounds fair, no?
How dare you subject me to such viciousness? This is a malicious and calculated attempt to run me into the ground.
Deep breaths now. This is a simple decision. Will you buy or not?
Yeah.
Fine. Have it your way. I'll find the money somehow. Happy now?
On behalf of the Feiyun Commerce Guild, I thank you for your business and hope you will continue to do business with us in future.
You? Funny-speaking, book-reading, guhua geeking Xingqiu are the heir of the Feiyun Commerce Guild? So that massive stash of Mora you let us burn through in a day? That was from your private vault?
'Twas but a paltry sum. I got to make a very sound investment while putting Gentry Moutsai in his place. A classic 2 birds, 1 stone situation.
Appearances really can be deceiving.
You're too kind. You have valor in your heart, and that is worthy of admiration.
Yikes! Paimon's been calling you Guhua Geek this whole time! Paimon read in one of these martial artist novels that when rich heirs like you get angry at someone, you have their arms and legs chopped off! Paimon's toast! And sorry, very sorry! Please don't hurt Paimon!
Calm down. Since you can fly, you hardly need your legs anyway.
Exactly.
Save me! Save me! This is not a drill! Repeat, this is not a drill!
He's obviously joking,
Jokes
idiot.
aside, I have the 2 of you to thank for this successful resolution. Really, you were a huge help. Meanwhile, Legend of the Shattered Halberd was positively riveting. Much obliged if you could return it to Chang the Ninth for me.
You're making us run yet another errand?
I did nothing, and hence deserve none of his gratitude. The 2 of you, meanwhile, though strangers to the circumstances, stepped in and saved the day. To have made such valiant and chivalrous friends is more than enough for me, my liege.
My lord, forgive the intrusion. It's about your father.
What?
Please inform my father thusly. I have averted a disaster and earned a sizable sum of money in the process. Might this meritorious act compensate for my prior transgressions and earn me a few more days of freedom, perchance? Legend of the Shattered Halberd speaks of a domain that I should very much like to investigate.
For all your clever long words, the fact is you're just a lazy bones who doesn't want to work.
What if I told you that a reward awaits you at Chang the Ninth's palace, and not just his gratitude?
A reward? Well, that sweetens the deal somewhat.
It seems whatever I say, there's no persuading you to stay. Oh, I didn't realize you weren't aware.
Thank you in advance for returning the book for me. I will take my leave now. May we meet again, fellow merchants.
Finally, you're back. I'm positive that you must have been behind this once again. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Please don't say that. You have no idea how much this means to me. The Chang family was a prestigious household in Liyue back in the day. Unfortunately, after I took over the family's affairs as heir, a series of business setbacks devoured our fortune. Since then, I've saved for years, hoping to restore the house to its former glory. In the end, everything was riding on this core lapis deal. Were it not for you, this barren wasteland in the mountains would have become my final resting place.
Wow, that's the second heir we've met in this town.
I'm sorry, what?
Nothing? Oh, here's your book.
Wonderful. Legend of the Shattered Halberd. I was beginning to think that Guhua rascal had swindled me.
Do people really look down on the Guhua clan so much?
Actually, the art is centuries old, and was once held in high esteem. But now it has faded beyond recognition. To instigate a revival, you need to inject some fresh blood, but it's hard to attract budding young talent to a dying art. And so it becomes a vicious cycle. In any case, Guhua kids these days. Take that young rascal Xingqiu, for instance. For all his talk about repaying kindness with kindness and whatnot, what has he done to show for it? You're the ones who've displayed a genuine sense of responsibility. What does it matter? Anyway, you wanted the Liyue volume of the Teyvat travel guide, didn't you? I'll fetch it for you. It's yours to keep. In addition, here is but a small token of appreciation for your huge generosity. My ore is sold, and my treasured books have returned. I can't believe it. What? What?
What was that? Paimon saw something fall out.
Oh, nothing. That little rascal surely isn't...
Alright, let's just talk about it real quick. I honestly don't really remember completely what the fuck happened last time, but I was told to go to this bank and talk to the bank staff. Ekaterina?
Welcome, friend of child, and congratulations on the first day of your illustrious career with the Fatui.
What? I don't consider him a friend.
You sound remarkably sure of yourself. Remember, we are mere mortals. Our ideas are fluid like water. Only the Tsaritsa truly has a will as solid as the permafrost. But back to the matter at hand. Child tells me that he has upheld his end of your agreement.
What agreement?
You better have.
Oh, the thing about him helping us find a guy?
Yo, shut the...
Correct. Child promised he would find someone to break the stalemate. And the Harbingers do not break their promises lightly.
Ah, where is that guy anyway?
Child is currently at Lioli Pavilion.
Lioli Pavilion.
Oh, Paimon knows this one. Ahem. There are two styles of cooking in Liyue, known as Li style and Yue style. They have been competing for centuries, but neither has emerged as the clear winner.
Of course you would know this one.
The flagship restaurant of the Li style is the Lioli Pavilion. The owner especially chose to open the restaurant at Feiyuan Slope so they could compete face to face with the Xinyue Kiosk, which is the flagship restaurant of the Yue style.
Trust you to only know these sorts of things. You're like this every time we talk about food.
Don't talk to Paimon like that.
Talk to you however I
Anyway,
want.
Paimon's hungry. Let's get moving. moving.
Oh, the emergency food is hungies. What are we out to? Farewell, the Arcade Lord. An organization known as Wang Sheng. Fine shield.
Ah, you made it.
Of course I did.
As promised, I found someone who can help you. Someone who can solve the mystery of why the Liu Qixing would hide the Geo Archon's vessel.
So, where is he? In Liuli Pavilion?
He certainly is. Come, I'll introduce you.
Okay.
I took the liberty of setting up a business dinner, as per the Liu custom.
They already look like they're at each other's throats.
Welcome back, sir. You honor us with your patronage. Mr. Zhongli is awaiting your arrival in the room you booked.
Hi.
He looks like trouble. And you can tell he's Geo. You gonna speak and stop using my lingo?
Allow me to introduce Mr. Zhong Li, consultant to an organization known as Wang Sheng, and a trusted associate of the Fatui.
Wang Sheng. Oh wait, associate of the Fatui? No, that's not. Associate is like different. I was thinking more of assistant, but no. Associate's kind of different. Wang Sheng.
Indeed, Wang Sheng's line of work can be sensitive at times. Let's just say they understand when discretion is needed. And we, the Fatui, have always been glad to do business with friends who walk in the shadows.
Walk in the shadows?
It is an honor to meet you. I have heard tell of you from Mondstadt.
Discretion? Shadows? Is Wang Shen some kind of business involving dealing with people?
Yes, killing people. Jesus
Indeed.
Christ.
It is as you have guessed. The Wangsheng Funeral Parlor organizes burials. We ensure that those who pass on do so in peace.
Huh?
Did you think he was some sort of hired killer? The Fatui calls many such people friends, but the Wang Sheng Funeral Parlor does not dabble in such business. Well, ostensibly.
Ostensibly.
Well, they are still... I shouldn't say too much. In any case, I brought you to meet Mr. Zhong Li because...
Because I can bring you to see Rex Lapis's vessel.
What?
Don't be so surprised. Sure, the Geo Archon's body has been squirreled away by order of the Tianquan Ningguang. But first, let's hear what Mr. Zhong Li has to say, shall we?
Actually, before we even do that, I just want to state for the record, ostensibly means apparently or purportedly, but perhaps not actually. So like, it's ostensibly black, but it's not exactly black, so it's close, like you can't really tell. It's kind of like a guess. It's at the same time. Like, apparently it is that, but some would say it's not.
Rex Lapis may be the prime of Adepti, but he is ultimately an Adeptus. Many Adepti have left us over the millennia. This is the inexorable trend. The times have changed. You must have felt it too when you were at Jueyun Karst.
Is the Geo Archon also an Adeptus?
Archons go by many names. The god of contracts, the god of commerce, the god of war, Morax, Rex Lapis. Is the idea that he also has the title of Adeptus so strange?
Not strange.
As you have seen, the time of the Adepti is ending, and the time of mankind is slowly dawning.
What do you mean by that? We're losing our powers? I don't want to lose my powers.
In years past, Liyue's tradition was that a huge memorial service be held to mark the passing of every Adeptus. But this time, the Qixing have made no attempt whatsoever to respect this tradition. It is sacrilege.
Well, they do have to decide. They do have a decide. What? Well, they do have a decide to deal with. What?
Yeah, the killer hasn't even been caught yet.
Oh, you meant murderer. Assailant. Okay. My apologies. I was just so confused about the freaking wording, spelling.
Deicide or not, the concern of the Wangsheng funeral parlor is this. When the ritual to receive this god is so kingly, it is all the more egregious for his final send-off to go unattended to. Traveler, Child has told me a lot about you. Since you have had dealings with the Animo Archon, could I ask you to help me prepare the Geo Archon's last rites?
Child says so much. He told me a lot. Well, he says too much.
Oh? In our line of work, this means that you want to silence me. How interesting. Draw your sword, we shall... Just kidding. Let's continue, shall we?
Or I can just kill you on the spot for talking too much.
The Tianquan Ningguang has forbidden anyone from accessing Rex Lapis's vessel, which of course you would need to access if you were to achieve your goal of meeting all of the 7.
I already met him.
Precisely. Only by participating in the rite of parting will you be able to see the form of Rex Lapis again.
Oh, wait. Rex Lapis. I'm thinking of someone different. My bad.
If we
Looks
are
like we got no other
agreed,
choice.
come with me. We will speak of the details as we walk.
Where are we walking to?
All right, my bridge building work here is done. Turned out well, didn't it?
No.
You can go if you want to. Don't worry about me. I might just have a few more drinks and get acquainted with these things they call chopsticks in the meantime.
Oh, God. Why he saying like that? And get acquainted with these things they call chopsticks in the meantime.
Chopsticks truly are difficult to use.
No, it is not. Ooh. Let me at him. Let me at him.
After having experienced the land of the absentee Archon, Traveler, how does it feel to know that our Archon and Adepti are here all around you in Liyue?
Honestly, the atmosphere here is better. Liyue is a better place.
Indeed. The weight of 3,700 years worth of history runs deepest in the true divinity of Liyue. Organizing the rite of parting should prove to be an enlightening part of your travels. Liyue is the most prosperous of the 7 nations, defended by deities and ruled by the Qixing. As such, the diplomatic maneuverings of the Fatui have gained no purchase here.
Okay.
Ningguang of the Qixing has always been on her guard against the Fatui. That is in all likelihood why Child wants to make use of the Wangsheng funeral parlor's connections.
Huh. What would Child get out of us doing the rite of parting anyway?
I neither know nor do I wish to know. As far as I am concerned, the Fatui are merely financial sponsors. I only wish for Liyue's traditions to endure.
Good answer.
These are the advance funds that Child has provided. If you use them up, you can go to him to apply for any subsequent funding.
Okay.
Wow.
Well then, let us be off. The first step in our preparations shall be to obtain some prized Noctilucous jade worthy of a deity.
I think I have a lot of those, actually. Like, I don't understand what she thought this was. Trying to jig me off.
Welcome to the Jade Mystery, my good friends. Would you like to try your luck betting on Jade? This could be your lucky day. It's cheap and it's fun, and who knows, you just might strike it rich.
Betting? No, we're here for... what was it again?
This is why you keep your mouth shut.
Noctilucous jade, of radiant grade at the very least.
Radiant grade, Noctilucous Jade? I see. You're not a tourist. My apologies. I have some here for your perusal. What do you think? The Jade Mystery is an old name in the jade business. Just look at that wonderful quality. Rex Lapis doesn't often bless us with such finery. Go on, pick whichever one you like.
These 3 pieces really do look pretty. Not like the ones you usually dig up. But how do we pick? Should we just grab one and go?
A man who makes his living off betting on stones can't be trusted so lightly.
Very good. It seems you have learned some tricks of the trade.
What do you think, Mr. Zhongli? How should we pick from these pieces of Noctilucous jade?
Oh? You want me to decide? That is fine as well. If it were me, the answer would be simple.
Oh? And that would be...
I'll take them all, boss.
Oh, you act with such panache, good sir. I always knew you were not a man of ordinary caliber.
Oh, wait, boss! That one didn't count! We need to discuss it again!
Shut the fuck up! He's the one who wanted it!
Hey! If we only need one for the ritual, are we wasting 3 times the Mora if we buy them all?
Actually, it's 2 times more.
Oh, Mora. It is as you say. I suppose I overlooked this particular aspect of the transaction.
Huh? How do you not think about Mora when buying things?
If one must always consider Mora before acting, then in all things one is bound by Mora.
Don't let your money control you, people. Basically what he just said.
What?
But also don't steal or overspend.
All Mora is currency, but not all currency is Mora.
What?
He's talking about economics.
Is this how the rich live?
No.
Well, he knows a lot about big money, but not a lot about big savings.
No need to waver. Even when I am constrained by Mora, I have ways of working around my limitations. Evaluating the quality of Noctilucous jade is indeed very tricky. As crude ore, there is little difference in texture, lustrousness, and internal pattern between good and bad jade. Only after the item made using Noctilucous jade has taken shape will you be able to see whether it is up to par or not. If you return to those crafty merchants to quibble, they will counter by saying that your crafting bench is to blame, or that your heat control was poor.
Whoa! To think it's that easy to get cheated!
But there is a way to truly evaluate this jade, and a true insider would know it. A fool sees the pointer and misses the moon.
What does that mean?
If you point at the moon with your finger, a wise man knows that you are pointing at the moon, while a fool will only see the finger. The patterns, the facade, these are all the finger. Noctilucous jade is a mystical stone used to light up the darkness, and so its brightness is the important thing. It is the moon. Noctilucous jade of excellent quality would have superior pyro affinity. In other words, The bluer and brighter the luster of the ore under high temperature, the higher its quality.
I didn't realize you were such an expert.
I have imparted the priceless secrets of the jade trade to you. Now, all that's left is to put it into practice.
Priceless, huh? Paimon's just said that we might never be able to use it again. We're back to buy some rocks, boss.
Yo.
But can you let us burn them first?
Burn them? You can't do that, my friends. If you were to do so, what would I have to sell?
Then I'm not buying any.
Not buying? Come now, my good friends. We can still discuss this. Negotiation is key to trade, wouldn't you say? How about this? I can take a small sample of all three. I'll take a bit of a loss. We'll count it as a friendly gesture.
Don't worry, I know the rules. As long as we can prove that it is good jade, you will not take a loss.
All right, take these as samples. I've carved them off with a knife and tagged them to boot.
Aren't these too thin? Even paper's thicker. No, even a bug's wings are thicker. These are almost see-through.
How do you shave a rock so thin like that then? Impressive handiwork.
Oh, you flattered me, but I have to be gentle with these rocks. They are my pride and joy. If I'd taken off even a bit more, it would have killed me.
But wouldn't something this thin go poof if we held it to the fire?
It can't be helped. Trying to deprive a merchant of his profits would be like forcing a ravenous wolf to vomit up the food in its stomach. Nonetheless, under the right conditions, these thin slices will serve.
What sort of conditions?
While we add the high temperatures using pyro, we can use hydro to reinforce it from within. This way, the samples will not disintegrate immediately.
Oh! Oh, sir, to think you were this learned. Thank you for your understanding.
Learned.
Strictly speaking, asking for samples when we have not yet agreed to purchase the goods is unfair. Trade in Liyue must be based upon fairness.
Therefore, you can have
Guess
Paimon.
we just need to find a place to try this out.
How about the kitchen at Xiaoling's place?
You mean at Wanmin Restaurant? As long as we do it when she's not in.
Why not?
That would not do. It is a place where people come and go. They would be endangered if the elemental reaction were to get out of control. We cannot take such a risk.
Oh, Paimon remembers! We once saw this big pot down at the Dada Upa Gorge in the camp of the hilly churls from the Meaty tribe. It's real sturdy and should be able to take the elemental reactions.
I know exactly what she's talking about.
Now, let's pack those samples up and make a move.
I know exactly what she's talking about. See that? They vibing over there.
That's the pot! It looks like the hilly trolls are still using it. It's a bit impolite, but we gotta cut the line.
You disrespectful chick. Big man just chilling. Excuse me, but I gotta use that. Oi!
Leave it all to me.
I'm sorry, but like, y'all. I just came here to ask if I can borrow your pot. Cause I need to make some dinner. And you over here wildin'.
No escape! Go very fast!
My plane, from whence you came.
Bink. See that? swiftness. All the little ones got disposed of so fast. Okay. Yeah. Last but not least, the little munchkin over here.
Fourth, my plan.
Leave it all to me.
Did it get up there? Yeah, that's what I thought. Now, onwards to the pot.
There's still soup in here. These hilly churls sure have big appetites.
Well, it's our lab now.
This soup looks like it could be used as our hydro-elemental protection. Let's fire it up and begin our experiment.
I guess.
We're ready to go. Paimon will help remember which one of the three is which.
I don't think that's safe at all, actually.
Use pyro to keep making the pot hotter until we get the results we need.
Okay.
Mr. Zhongli said that the shinier and bluer the ore gets, the better it is. So, pay close attention.
You said pay close attention. Pyro.
Whoa! That light came from the first Noctilucous Jade! Hilly trolls are surrounding us again! Were they attracted by the light?
Oh my god.
Such nosy neighbors! Let's take care of them and continue with our nap.
What was that? Oh, I hit all of them. None of that.
Swift and merciful.
Yeah, I'm tired of you. You gotta be the main one that's gonna go down. In fact,
From whence you came.
Next is the archers. Bloody hooligan. I don't even know what the heck is happening.
Fourth, my plan.
But everybody. Oh, the fire and the electric. This is fine.
I must leave no stone unturned.
One with my plan.
Just like that, easy peasy. Now to continue heating up this pot.
That light came from the second Noctilucous Jade, didn't it? More hilly trolls? They don't go off, do they? Looks like they're mad that we ruined their food. No escape.
Disposing of the gun. You know, I'm actually getting pretty mad, actually. Fun. Get the fuck out of my way.
Leave it all to me.
Did you just hit me? And he's dead. Who's next? You know.
Someone needs sister.
From whence you came.
In fact, everybody needs this. I did it first. You were on top of me.
Leave it all to me.
You did that. Oh, here's this power for it. He went up. That's right. You off. perfect. Oh, you broke it. You lot.
Leave it all to me.
Here's no escape. Why are you backing up? Dink, dink, dink. Why would you arm it? Why? Huh? Why? Back.
Force my blade.
Yeah, there's no escaping this. Now back to what I was doing.
Ow! That's bright! Too bright! That was the third Noctilucus Jade, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
so
I
much
guess so.
shinier than the rest. Let's go with that one. Let's head back to the Jade Mystery to buy some jade, shall we?
See that?
You're back, my friends. I've kept the goods for you. Which of them would you like?
You better have. She said third.
Exactly. That's the one Paimon remembers too.
There we go.
No problem. If you have your eye on this one, you can have it.
Then we'll take a box of the third type of jade.
Done. All the same, and pardon me for asking, but I'm curious. Whatever do you need this much top-quality Noctilucus jade for?
I suppose it would not hurt to tell you. We need them to make implements for the rite of parting.
Parting? Oh, dear. I'd heard the rumors, but had given much thought to them. This means that Rex Lapis really is... Oh, it's hard to believe. Even though the Jade Mystery has been in decline, we have always been under his protection. It is said that when our Lord lost his way while going incognito in the city 200 years ago, it was a spoon from the Jade Mystery that he had used to sample the local delights. Alas, alas, all things must pass. Well, if this is to be used to say farewell to Rex Lapis, then I shall sell this to you at half the price.
Are you sure? You didn't want to even give us an inch before.
If not for our Lord's protection, this city wouldn't exist as it does now. No proprietor could earn money off such a thing.
I'm sure
give it
Rex
to me for
Lapis
free.
will feel your sentiment, boss.
In the safe hands of the Liu Chising and good honest merchants such as yourself, I for one believe that Liyue will continue to prosper as it always has done.
So let's not get ourselves down just yet.
All right. Thank you, my friends. What's with me getting all sentimental like this? I'll practically be giving away all my fortune at this rate.
Now that we've made our choice, let's take this Noctilucus jade back.
Hey, wait a minute. He said it was half price, not that we could leave without paying.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. I must have forgotten to do that too. Let me see. As I thought, I didn't bring any.
Any what?
Mora. My apologies. Another oversight on my part.
A local of Liyue who doesn't have money on their mind.
Oh, that won't do. This isn't some small sum. Oh, wait. Didn't Child give us some advanced funds earlier?
I have them on me.
That's a relief. Have a look,
I didn't even do that one.
It's fine. Just enough for half price. Though, to be honest, it'd be all right even if the sum wasn't quite enough.
Well, it's settled then. Let's take this jade to Yujing Terrace. That's where we plan to hold the rite.
Look at you bossing everyone around. You didn't cough up a single Mora.
Guess we need to find Charles for more funding.
It seems that we must. I will keep that in mind. Thanks, both of you.
Jeez.
May the Lord of Geo protect you.
We can leave the jade here, I have already called for a jewelsmith to shape them into the implements that we will need. Ah, yes. I have yet to go and see Child. So, as for the jewelsmith's remuneration...
Fingers crossed Child will reimburse us.
Guess we can't do anything else. Also, is this where we're doing the rite of parting?
Yeah, exactly where he died at.
Yes. I have already rented this location, and have begun making preparations for the rite.
The rite of ascension took here too. So we're just using the scene of the crime.
The Liu Qixing have agreed to this arrangement.
But when something this big happened here, should suspects like us really be at the crime scene? We might get caught by the Millilith. Although with that said, since we got back from Dwayne Karst, none of those pesky Millilith soldiers have come chasing after us. Wonder what that's about. Also, the, Rex Lapis vessel.
Traditionally, we call it the Exuvia.
Ah, right! That's what it was called. You seem to know everything, Mr. Zhongli. So, was this Exuvia hidden away by the Qixing? I mean, we haven't even figured out who the murderer is.
One must think that they already have someone in mind. Or perhaps they already know. Surely they must have found all the evidence that there is to find here.
Still very odd. Seems a bit too easygoing.
These things are for the authorities in Yujing Terrace to consider. Trying to help would probably only add to their troubles. Before the rite is conducted, the Exuvia will be kept temporarily in the Golden House.
Golden House?
The only mint in Liyue, which is to say the only mint in Teyvat. All the mora that flows throughout the world is minted there.
Wow! Oh, no! Paimon wasn't thinking about anything bad. Paimon thinks it suits Morax. But why do you know this, Mr. Zhongli?
Since the rite of parting has the approval of the Qixing, it is a semi-official event. As such, there is already some limited information available.
The Qixing provide the location and Child provide the funds. But they must have some alternative
Perhaps
motive.
each has their motives. But this is the capital of commerce. A little exploitation once in a while is not unacceptable. In Liyue, where the god of contracts reigns, only contracts may not be betrayed. I, for one, have no issue with little maneuvers outside their remit. Well then, we should go and prepare the perfumes used in the rite.
Perfumes? Where'll we get those? Do we buy them?
No. Perfumes used to honor the gods must be freshly decocted. The quality of the silk flowers we require is also special. Silk flower petals contain a fibrous material of good quality, often used in brocade making. Its scent, however, is most elegant, and is especially suited for solemn events, like giving offerings to gods and adepti.
It's time for Zhongli's lectures on high society again.
We shall not speak of the details right now. Follow me. We shall go to the merchants to purchase our ingredients.
Yeah, no, I'll do that later, guys. See y'all next time.